With my children growing up and turning into young adults and starting lives of their own, one of the things I really wanted to impress on them was about the expectations of life. I think that it's far too easy for us to expect life to be full of photo album moments. And I know that we don't really have traditional photo albums, or most people don't keep them anymore like we used to, but imagine for a moment that you have a photo album. And as you're looking through it, or as you're looking through someone else's photo album, perhaps when you're a kid and you're looking through your parents' photo album that they've created, you have all of these special moments. You have those moments that were album worthy. So it would be, vacation, or it would be a certain holiday, or it would be a fun moment. And if you think back on your own life, you have lots of those photo album moments, even if you don't have pictures to go with them. But those are the moments that you just feel amazing, that you feel very happy. They're just highlights of your life, basically, the things that go in your photo album. Anyway, the thing I think that really most people don't expect or don't realize is all the space between each photo album moment. And there's a lot of space there. And that space is filled with things like electric bills and plumbing problems and flooded basements and appliances going out and dishes and laundry and sweeping and, just basic everyday motion of life stuff. And so it's a very interesting thing, the expectations that were set up for, I can remember when I was a young girl and I had this, imagination about growing up and getting married and having babies, like most girls do. And I'm sure for you guys it was growing up and getting a fast car and, yada, 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 or whatever. But the point is that we imagine life, or we imagine our future in these photo album moments. And even now, I'm in my 40s and I'm looking forward to a new phase of life with both of my children raised. Like I said, they're now 18 and 23. And so as I look forward and I think, what do I want my life to be like? And how do I want to spend my time? And what direction am I going to go from here? The things that go through my mind are, of course, all of those things that will fit into my future photo album. The things that you don't really think about is all the dusting and weed eating and yard work and bills to pay, et cetera, in between. But that's it. Stuff happens. Life happens. I like to say the only consistent thing in life is change itself. And that's a really good thing to embrace and get used to. A lot of people really get disrupted by change, but change is inevitable. It's going to happen. So you've heard the term, this too shall pass. It's actually the poor man's greatest hope and the rich man's greatest fear. But it's going to happen to everyone. Everything passes. So if you're really happy in this moment, if you're having an amazing time, if you're out with friends and you're laughing and just having a really good time, totally enjoy it. Live in that moment. Embrace that moment, because it too will pass. And it will be followed by nights of insomnia and runny noses and potty training and puppy training and lots of other things in between until that next moment comes along that's so much fun, like a walk on the beach with someone special, or what have you. But the thing that we have to do is we have to realize that life is not a photo album. Life has lots of photo album moments, though. And so when you're just going through the mundane motions of life, when you're just going through the motions, basically paying the bills, sweeping the floors, blah, 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 you have to remember or keep in mind that there is going to be another photo album moment coming up soon. And sometimes there's long spaces in between those amazing moments. And sometimes there's short spaces. And sometimes you never know. And sometimes you can plan them and make them happen. And sometimes you can plan them and they still don't happen. It's really hard, but I think expectations are probably a big part of our mindset issues. So if we expect things to go one way and then they go another, that can be very disappointing. It can make you feel down, or if something unexpectedly fun or good happens, that can really make you feel up. But expectations play a big role, and I think, like I said, as my children, young adults, start going out into the world and creating lives of their own, that was one of the things I really wanted to prepare them for, the photo album moments, and to really live in the moment and enjoy the heck out of the good times and go through the motions in between. Sometimes you have to force yourself through the motions. We were actually having a great discussion about that on Facebook earlier this week, talking about, kind of forcing yourself through the tasks and getting the things done and this and that or what have you. And one of the things that just really keeps me going is knowing that I'm going to have another one of those amazingly fun moments. One of those nights when you laugh until 2 o'clock in the morning with an old girlfriend, or one of those days when you meet somebody just that's incredibly inspiring and gives you some great ideas or something to that effect. And those moments are priceless. Life is not the photo album. Life is the stuff in between the things that go in the photo album. That's something I really want to impress on my children, but it's something I also wanted to share with you as well. Wherever you are in your life, whether you're between the moments or whether you're in the moment, just embrace it and just go through with it and accept where you are and know that something great is coming along again soon. This is one of those things that can be particularly hard if you're going through a really rough time, let's say, laid off from your job or going through a divorce or just lost a best friend or something to that effect. And sometimes, grief can take a long time to get through, but knowing that it will pass, this too shall pass, and knowing that there are more fun moments ahead and that there's more things to look forward to, that's what keeps us going. It's not the sweeping, it's not the electric bill, it's not the faucet exploding in the kitchen, it's the moments that are worth putting in your photo album. So keep that in mind and create a photo album. Even if you create it in your head or you create it on Pinterest or you create a real photo album. For those of you who are still old school scrapbookers, it's tons of fun. But it's nice to cherish those moments and to celebrate those moments. And sometimes, holidays can be tough for some people, I know. If you don't have a lot of family around or if you're just not really a holiday person, you can become one. I'll have to say, I've been single for almost 15 years, and Valentine's Day is my absolute favorite holiday in the year. I love it. I take the whole day off from work. I absolutely celebrate it to the fullest extent. And as a single person, that may seem a little crazy, but personally, I think you can make things what you want them to be. And I prefer to make Valentine's Day a special day to celebrate all the things I love, everything that I love in life. And so it's kind of a day of gratitude for me, more so than a romantic day or whatever. But the point is that you can create that moment. And for me, it's a photo album moment. So just a little inspiration for you, no matter where you are in your life, whatever phase you're in, whatever you're going through, it will pass. So if it's great, enjoy the heck out of it. If it's not so great, there's definitely hope.